Arthur Morgan's relationship with Tilly Jackson is one of the quietest but most meaningful bonds in Red Dead Redemption 2, because it shows who Arthur really is when no one's watching. Tilly joins the Van der Linde gang young after escaping the Foreman brothers, a violent outlaw group that abused and exploited her. By the time Arthur truly connects with her, she's already been through more trauma than most members of the gang, and Arthur seems to recognize that immediately. He never talks down to her, never treats her like a burden, and never sees her as just another gang member. With Tilly, Arthur acts more like a protector than an outlaw. Their conversations at camp reveal a softer side of Arthur that he rarely shows elsewhere. When Tilly talks about her past with the Foreman brothers, Arthur listens without judgment. He doesn't rush her, doesn't try to fix everything with bravado or violence, even though violence is what he knows best. Instead, he reassures her that what happened wasn't her fault, something Tilly clearly needs to hear. Arthur understands guilt better than anyone, and that shared understanding creates a quiet trust between them. You can feel that Arthur sees Tilly as someone who still has a future, something he's starting to believe he no longer has for himself. This dynamic becomes even more important as Arthur starts to change. After his tuberculosis diagnosis, Arthur becomes deeply concerned with making sure people like Tilly don't end up trapped in the same doomed cycle as the rest of the gang. He encourages her to think about leaving, about finding a life beyond Dutch and the endless running. Arthur knows the gang is falling apart, and with Tilly, that fear turns into genuine care. He doesn't want her loyalty to destroy her the way his loyalty destroyed him. One of the most defining moments of their relationship comes late in the story, when Arthur helps Tilly escape the Foreman brothers for good. When Anthony Foreman captures her, Arthur doesn't hesitate. He rides out alone if necessary, kills Foreman without mercy, and ensures Tilly is finally free. There's no grand speech afterward, no bragging. Arthur simply makes sure she's safe. It's one of the clearest examples of Arthur acting purely out of moral conviction, rather than gang loyalty or survival. In the final chapters, Arthur actively pushes Tilly toward a better future. He tells her to leave with Mary Beth and the others, making it clear that staying will only get her killed. This isn't Arthur abandoning her. It's Arthur loving her enough to let her go. By this point, Arthur sees Tilly almost like family, someone he wants to protect from the consequences of his own life choices. By the epilogue, Arthur's influence is clear. Tilly survives. She escapes the outlaw life, gets married, and builds a peaceful future. That outcome feels intentional, like a direct result of Arthur's guidance and sacrifice. Tilly represents one of Arthur Morgan's greatest successes, not as an outlaw, but as a human being. Their relationship proves that even in a world filled with violence and regret, Arthur was capable of kindness, empathy, and real change. And Tilly is living proof that his redemption mattered. Arthur's connection with Tilly also stands out because she sees him clearly, not as a legend or a monster, but as a tired man trying to do the right thing too late. She never glorifies his violence, yet she never fears him either, which says a lot about how safe he makes her feel. In the end, Arthur doesn't save the world, or the gang, or even himself. But he saves Tilly's future.